Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you doing today? What is leadership? What does it mean to lead? And who might even ask that question? Well, let me start by first defining what is leadership. A former general of the U.S. Army, Norman Schwarzkopf, defines leadership as a potent combination of strategy and character. In this sense, we can understand that leadership consists of who you are and what you do. It is a combination of character traits and actions that isn't defined by titles or positions. You see, leaders are many things. They take initiative. They're accountable. They're responsible. And they're people of integrity who make decisions based on the considerations of others. But most importantly, leaders lead others, which we all know isn't the simplest thing to do. So, for what it's worth, I think it's safe to say that being a leader is not easy. Leadership is important because it provides vision and direction to a particular group of people. From the household to an entire country, some form of leadership is always present. Leadership, that is, effective leadership, as defined by Schwarzkopf, is a combination of strategy and character. To have strategy but poor character would lead to corruption and to an abuse of power, which isn't leadership at all. It's tyranny. To have good character but to have no leadership skills at all would lead to incompetency and a failing command structure. Therefore, it is imperative that you have the leadership skills necessary and the integrity of character to be an effective leader. We all have leaders around us, yet some of us don't even realize it. Your friend next to you could be a leader. Your parents are leaders. They lead you through your childhood, influencing you to do the right thing. Well, what they believe to be the right thing at any rate. Your teachers are also leaders. They coach you to lesson materials and go the extra mile to help you do well. In the same respect, your parents, they stay in the right direction for life, whereas your teachers, they take responsibility of your academic and social development. Towards the end of grade 11, I made my first attempt at leadership. I decided that I would create the first student council for the students of my school. I was faced with a problem, and of course, leaders solve problems. There were things that needed to be changed, but could only be changed by a group of students with a vision, and I decided that making a student council would be the best course of action. With the help of several of my teachers, my parents, and several of my friends, I wrote the Constitution, organized meetings, I rallied the students, and I convinced administration to approve and implement the student council in our school. Sorry. I began to spread the word, and needless to say, there were quite a few of my peers who didn't take me seriously. Others took it a step further and openly denounced me, told me I couldn't do it, but I did. Today I stand before you as the first student council president of Bishop Michael Eldon School. A year ago, I wouldn't have seen myself in the position of being the person that I am today. Creating the student council changed me. I knew I had to change because accomplishing my goal required something from me that I had deep down inside but never used and to an extent ignored. I needed to be a leader. When I received my senior prefect title, I was told that I was now a student leader. I, along with my fellow classmates, was told that certain things were now expected of us and that we had new responsibilities because we became student leaders. They didn't tell us what leadership was, or they didn't teach it to us. They assumed that we already knew. I began learning how to be a leader while establishing the student council. Some of you may be prefects, senior prefects, head boys, head girls, and I know that quite often you're often told that you are now student leaders. But that's not what leadership is. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is not something that can be handed to you. It is something you command. It comes from within, but bringing it out can be quite difficult. So what if we had help? What if we established a leadership curriculum within our schools? This leadership class will not be an ordinary class with ordinary assignments, ordinary exams. Its focus will be to facilitate the development of the leader within us. Each of us can lead in our own way. Each of us can lead in our own way. Leadership is dynamic and sometimes unconventional. Therefore, the class should reflect that. It should be taught by a leader, someone who's taken an active role in their community and made changes in society as a whole, for example. The class should be held at least once a week, where students will be taught basic leadership fundamentals and about inspirational leaders, for example. But the main focus should be on the students' ability to inspire change within their community. The students will have a practical assignment where they will go out in the community and give an account of what they've done and how they inspired change within that community. They might establish a new club or even work together with people on a community project. It is entirely up to them what they do or how they do it. But this part of the curriculum is the most crucial part of it because through it, the students will be able to truly learn leadership. They'll become accountable because they would create a report on what they've done. They would take initiative because they determine how they're going to inspire change within their community. They become responsible because it is entirely up to them how they become responsible because it's up to them. Their success is entirely dependent upon them. And they will learn how to make decisions while working with others. There is a leader within all of us, and it's up to us to become more proactive. So you know what? Let us take initiative. Let us take responsibility and accountability for the future of our country. Let us take the first step. Look to the person to the right of you and tell them, I am a leader. Go on, tell them, I am a leader. Tell them that I am the catalyst of change within my community, within my society, and within my country. Let us take the first step to becoming leaders and put our first foot forward. Thank you.